What's up, guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Today we're going to be discussing who invented calculus.
A brief history of calculus. In 1600 BC, the Babylonians figure out how to take the square root of a rational number, and the Egyptians figure out how to find the volume of a pyramid.
Between 425 and 200 BC, the Greek Archimedes developed his own method of determining the area of a segment of a parabola.
In 1300 AD, Nicola Resnais made one of the first graphs of a function. The area under the graph would represent the total distance covered, and was even able to integrate functions that took the form of triangles, rectangles, or trapezoids.
Between 1620 and 1640 AD, Pierre de Fermat found a better way to calculate integrals. He discovered the process and the power rule for differentiation. Fermat was one of many to notice that there was an inverse relationship between integrals and derivatives.
By the early 17th century, everything was in place for Newton and Leibniz to take these limited ideas and apply them universally. Sir Isaac Newton was born on December 25, 1642 in Woolsthorpe, England. He went on to pursue a higher education at Cambridge University. Newton made discoveries in mathematics, optics, and physics before his death on March 20, 1727. Using infinite series and the already established power rule for integrals, Newton was able to calculate the areas under curves that others previously could not. He was also able to calculate the tangent lines to these curves. He called his calculus the method of fluxions, and he thought of everything in terms of motion.
Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz was born on July 1, 1646, in Leipzig, Germany. Leibniz made discoveries in math and physics before his death on November 14, 1716. Leibniz used the differences of ordinates and sequences to calculate the area under curves. He also introduced this notation. Leibniz used a differential triangle to discover the slope of a tangent line to a curve. He used this to derive the power, product, quotient, and chain rules.
The calculus controversy emerged due to the timing of these men's publications. While Newton had made his discoveries in 1664 to 1666, his findings were not published until 1693. Leibniz, on the other hand, made his discoveries after Newton in the time frame of 1672 to 1676, but published them in 1684 and 1686 before Newton. The differences between the discovery and the publication dates led to the mathematical community to question whether Leibniz had stolen Newton's ideas and coupled them with his own unique notation. National pride played a great role. Those involved realized that credit for the discovery of a whole new branch of mathematics was at stake, and each side wanted their country to get this credit.
In England, the matter was taken to court, and since Newton was the president of the Royal Society, Leibniz was found guilty of plagiarism. Eventually, the math community realized that Newton and Leibniz had made their discoveries independently, but not until years after Leibniz died. During this time, continental Europe used Leibniz's easier notation and methods, while England remained loyal to the more complicated methods and notation of their own Newton. For this reason, England was behind the rest of Europe in math for the entire 18th century.
It's cold out, it's past 8, and I just lost my keys.